Hello from us here at Humans Limited, and welcome to today's video on how to conduct a basic redundancy process. As a business owner or manager, it's important to deal with this aspect properly. In this video, we will share some tips and tricks to help you conduct a redundancy process in the best way possible. See our website redundancy.com for more detailed help and template letters. Before commencing the redundancy process, it is important to note that the process must be fair and reasonable, and employers must follow the correct procedures. Failure to do so could result in an employee making a claim for unfair dismissal. The redundancy process typically involves the following steps. Step 1. Identify the need for redundancy. The employer must identify the need for redundancy, which may be due to a reduction in work, closure of a business, or a restructure of the business. It is important to ensure that redundancy is the only option, and other alternatives such as redeployment or reduced working hours have been considered. Step 2. Consultation. The employer must consult with employees who are at risk of redundancy. The consultation should be meaningful and take into account any suggestions or alternatives that the employee may propose. The consultation period must be a minimum of 30 days if less than 20 employees are at risk of redundancy, and 45 days if more than 20 employees are at risk. Step 3. Selection criteria. The employer must establish selection criteria to determine which employees will be made redundant. The criteria should be objective and non-discriminatory, such as length of service, skills, and performance. Step 4. Selection and notification. The employer must select employees for redundancy based on the established criteria and notify them in writing. The notification should include the reason for redundancy, the selection criteria, the proposed date of termination, and any redundancy payment or benefits. Step 5. Appeal. Employees have the right to appeal their selection for redundancy. The appeal should be heard by a manager who has not been involved in the redundancy process. Step 6. Notice and payment. If the redundancy goes ahead, the employer must provide the employee with notice of termination and any redundancy payment or benefits that are due. Conclusion. It is important to ensure that the redundancy process is documented and that the employer keeps accurate records of the process. This will help to demonstrate that the process was fair and reasonable if challenged. It is also recommended to seek legal advice before commencing the redundancy process to ensure that the correct procedures are followed. Need more information and help? Then head over to redundancy.com to download more detailed help and template letters.